Tēnā koe te māngai o te whare. I stand in support of the amendment moved in the name of the Right Honourable Chris Hipkins, and I do so for a number of reasons. Before I get to those, I just want to make a few comments actually. Madam Speaker, there's no winners in this debate. Sure. Each party in this House might think that they're winning by talking to the people that support them. But there is no winners in this debate. None. Especially not this House. My colleague, the Honourable Duncan Webb, talked about the Privileges Committee being one of the most senior committees of Parliament. Let me say that again, a committee of Parliament, not a committee of the government, a committee of Parliament that should be holding to account actions of members of Parliament as the Parliament, not as the government. It's demonstrably clear to me that it is the government that is punishing the members today, not the Parliament. Because if it was the Parliament, we would have support of every party in this House, like we have had many other times when members have been referred to the Privileges Committee. That is a dangerous precedent, and I'll tell you why. It's most dangerous for the future of the Privileges Committee. People need to calm down. Seriously, this is a serious matter. They should keep their interjections to themselves. The Privileges Committee of the future will have a new precedent, without a doubt. A new range of penalties against members who err in the future. You can guarantee that. Can also guarantee that government of the day in the future will feel very free to use those penalties to punish their opponents. This is what we are doing in the House today. Just because you hold those benches today does not mean that those three parties will hold them in the future. And when they don't, and I can guarantee you that you will not endure forever. For the last 90 years, that has been the case. The first Labour government, 1935. The first National government, 1949. Those two parties have led governments ever since 1949. Let me tell the House that is the precedent that we, more than anything else we're doing, is what we'll be doing today. If we act on it as reported by the Privileges Committee to this House. To my colleagues in the National Party, there was a time when the two largest parties in this House, when they were on the same page, that's what happened. And for a lot of different reasons, and colleagues in other parties, the Green Party, ACT Party, New Zealand First, the Pāti Māori will know this, they were left out. That's a fact. I implore colleagues in the National Party to think twice about accepting the motion that's on the table. I also implore Te Pāti Māori to actually think about what the Honourable Willie Jackson has suggested. It's not for me to tell colleagues to apologise, but as he said, it might go a long way. And one would need to think clearly about what is the long-term strategy. I'm going to say this because I knew her better probably than anyone in this house. Tariana Turia would never have agreed to that. Never. When she came in here as the leader of the Māori Party in 2004, she worked harder than any other MP in here. And I say that because she never missed a vote and she spoke on every single bill before this House. And she was just one member, all by herself. Te Pāti Māori has the opportunity to have a huge legacy in this place. Not now, but into the future. But that's the choice of Te Pāti Māori. There are a lot of people out there watching right now who will be agreeing with the narrative that you are saying. They will absolutely 100% agree. I say to them that when you come into this house, you swear the oath, whether it's on the Bible or on your word, you agree to the rules of this house. You can't have it both ways. You have to use the mechanisms of this house, and in this instance, the Standing Orders Committee, to change those standing orders. And Te Pāti Māori have been here for 21 years and have ample opportunity to do that. So is the Labour Party, by the way. And we haven't either, not to the point where I'd be happy. I'll answer that interjection. You're here, you're in this house. You have the opportunity to change it. Absolutely change it. You can't change it from not turning up for a vote in the House. That ain't going to change anything. Mr. Chair, Mr. Speaker, I totally agree with the leader of the Labour Party and the speech that he gave last week, the week before, and with Dr. Duncan Webb as well, with our differing view on the Privileges Committee report. I think in order for this to move forward, two parties need to change their position, the Pāti Māori and the National Party. I refer to a time when John Key showed leadership on an issue that the Labour Party in government was struggling with. And he resolved it. He showed leadership, changed his position, and resolved that issue. Why would you do that? Because you'd be speaking to not only your own audience, but someone else's. And I suspect he knew that. And that's a time for us to decide whether we want to do that or not. If the answer to that question by either party is no, then we're wasting our time in this debate. I say to colleagues in my party, do we really need to be saying anything more if that's the case? We're just delaying the inevitable, and we need to move on so we can discuss the things that actually count. O reira, tēnā tātou katoa.